All right, we got Mr. Ralph here. We are working on his sit and down stays. So we get Ralph's attention. We're going to ask him to sit. And then we're going to use our hand and kind of use it as like a stop sign, put it in front of his face as we say stay. And then we're going to walk around the table and make things a little difficult to see if he breaks from that sit stay. And I'm never too picky about if Ralph goes into a down, as long as he stays in the spot where I asked him to. So here we're using toys and a bunch of different things to distract him, to see if he breaks from that stay, because we're trying to proof that and keep him in that position. So in the future, if you need him to stay, with high distractions, he's been working through that. We open the door. That's just, because that can be a big trigger for dogs to get up and move, different sounds and stuff. But Ralph is unfazed. Good job. Another thing too is going up and giving him a treat might be a trigger. He might think he can get up from there. So I would just fix him if he ever looks like he's gonna pop up, but he doesn't, because Ralph said, "You cannot outsmart me." Not even for the bag of treats. Good boy. Very good. Pulling out all the tricks on him. Good job. Oh, and she dropped a treat.
Good boy. Yes. Okay, good boy.
And when you're ready, just release him. We say okay.
Good job. Good boy, you're so smart.
Ralph, you're just too perfect.
You're smart.
All right, so we brought Ralph to the park down the road. And we decided to test his stays. He actually hasn't been to this park yet, so this will be fun. There's lots of distractions.
Stay.
It's very windy out.
Shorter distances.
Yeah, so, you're in a new environment, and you want to work on stuff. Like, obviously, you're not going to, walk away from your dog when you're working on stays. What you're really going to do is start off small and short distances, and then you're going to expand it over time when you start noticing that, your dog is doing really well, which Ralph is. He was a little distracted in the beginning of coming out, but that's to be expected. It's a new environment. He's like, what's going on here? So that's why we're working him through it.
Loves leaves.
Yeah, leaves are a big distraction. I've noticed that with these guys. It's like all of a sudden it's something moving. It's funny.
Good.
So that's how what Casey did was she just walked back into him, stepped on the leash, fixed him. So that's a way to just fix your dog when you're working on stays and proofing stays. Just come back up, put them back where you had them, and just remind them that we're staying. Good job, Ralph. Good boy. You want to do this on the grass? So now different surface, other things going on. There's other dogs walking around. Ralph, are those your friends? Good boy. He said, hold on, I got an itch. Another trick too is sometimes when you ask your dog to do something and they tend to scratch, don't ever walk away, because that is something they'll do, and they'll test you and they'll kind of be like, oh, I can break out of my stay. If you notice that he did that, but Casey was good about putting him back into his, asked him to down. So good job, buddy. Ralph's like, I want to play in the playground. Good. Quick reaction. Bring him right back to that spot he was staying.
Stay.
And that's why it's always helpful to have the leash on your dog too, so you can quickly grab it and fix them. So the quicker you are to fix them from the command, the quicker they're gonna learn, oh wow, you really mean it, you really want me to stay. So I really like showing this too because, you know, back at the manor, he's doing great. He's like, oh yeah, I do this all the time here. I stay all the time. New environment, other things going on. It's, you know, other distractions. So this is really great to see Ralph working through this. Good. Good. That was a good fix. That was a very good fix. And another tip too is if your dog is ever struggling with staying, I never want to call them from where they're stay. If they're struggling and they keep getting up, never release them at a distance. Come up and release them. That is also something that you should do if they're ever struggling in that environment. That way, as you can see, like as Casey crouched down, he's like, oh, she's gonna call me. He's anticipating that she's gonna call him. So then I just start releasing up closer, so then he doesn't kind of form that habit of that anticipation of, oh, she's gonna release me and I'm gonna have to go to her. Good job. Much better. Good. Good job, buddy!
You want to go play with your friends now?
Yeah, I'm gonna go play in the park now.